Okay, so welcome back to another video. Or This video is regarding the series which we are doing to brush up our DSA skills. And so this is the first video, and in this video we are going to solve this problem in certain intervals. And let's see how is it. Okay, so this problem says you are given an array of non-overlapping intervals where interval I is start I and end I represent the start and end of a ith interval. Interval is sorted in ascending order by start I. You are also given an new interval, start and end that represent the start and end of another interval. Insert new interval into interval such that intervals is still sorted in ascending order by start I and it does not have any overlapping intervals. Return intervals after merging. Note that you don't need to modify intervals in place. You can make an new array and return it. Okay, so this problem is straightforward. We don't need to think much. We can do whatever the problem is saying us to do. So but there are two things which we should uh, consider before solving this problem. The first one is we can create a new array, so we don't need to modify the existing interval list, so that will easier things for us definitely. And second thing is kind of we need to be sure about the intervals which are getting overlapped by adding new intervals. For example, if this is the case 1 2 3 5 and we are adding 4 and 8, so 4 will fall between 3 and 5, and 8 will consider it will uh, basically merge with this to this. Okay, so we should club all these three intervals with the 4 8. Okay, so overall interval will become 3 8, something like that. So these are the only two things which we should consider. Apart from that, we are good. So to write this code, we will be breaking down this problem into three cases. So non-overlapping intervals first. So intervals where um, end of current interval is less than or equal to 4, we can simply add into our list. Okay, so I'll simply start coding it. So list of int, I'm creating list initially. I will convert it to two-dimensional array later on. So new array list. Okay, and now we have case one. Case one is um, all intervals is smaller than given interval. Okay, to do this, we have to keep a basic check. Uh, what is that? Okay, let me introduce I as well to iterate over intervals and the length of given intervals. So, which is intervals of length. ठीक है? And I, okay, so if I is less than n and uh, intervals of I of 1 is less than or equal to, no, just simply less than new interval well of 0. So it means we are considering all smaller ending elements with first I, then we should simply put into the list intervals of I, and I will be plus plus. Okay, now case 2, overlapping intervals. So in this case, what we can do is we can have a start which will be equal to new interval of 0 and end which will be equals to new interval of 1. So basically with start or end, I'm going to stretch this start and end range to find all the overlapping intervals and create basically extend that uh, how much we can. Okay, so let's quickly do one thing. While I is less than n, same condition we need to put, and we need to find the intervals of I of 0 is greater than, no, less than or equal to what new interval. Okay, so all overlapping intervals will be like this. Whenever this is smaller than the interval of 1, it means it is smaller than, I'll compute start equals to math dot minimum of start intervals of I. Okay, so this and equals to math dot max and dot intervals of I1. Okay, this should be 0 and I2 plus plus. Hmm. So let me quickly check the condition. I is less than end, and I am checking intervals of I ending should be less than or equal to. No, 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 no. Overlapping means start of an interval should fall before the given intervals end. So this is the case 2, and third case 3 is remaining intervals. Okay, so while I is less than n, list dot add I and intervals of I and I plus plus, and we need to convert return this list to array, and we need to pass the size list dot size and 2. So this will change. Okay, we need to add this final interval as well. So new int start and let me quickly walk through the code. So uh, case 1, all intervals smaller than the given intervals. To check this, I have initialized I and n intervals dot length, and intervals of ending is before that given intervals start. Then I'll add it to the list. Okay, this case is fine. I started two variables start and end with the new given intervals beginning and end, checking if I is less than intervals of start is falling before given intervals or end equals to as well. Then I'm getting the extreme ends, both start and end. Okay, so this looks good. Let's try to run it. Yeah, Let's try to submit. Yeah, so this was it. This was the straightforward solution. We don't need to put much brain on it. So this was a problem one. So in this video is already over 10 minutes, so I am not going with problem two. But yeah, definitely do check out this other videos in this playlist to get more TSA problems which I'm doing. So I'll stop recording for now, and I'll see you in the next one.